Oh, hey there. So before Israel occupied Israel, there was the 12 tribes of Israel. They had all left Egypt and they were going to go into Israel. And Moses sent 12 spies to go take a look around and see what there was. And they came back and they said, sure enough, this is a land flowing with milk and honey. This is a land where the grapes are huge and the livestock everywhere. It is beautiful. But 10 of them came back and said, but there are giants in the land and we can't possibly beat them. So we need to stay out here in the desert. And 2 of them said, God is with us. He told us that we were going to have this land. He has given it to us. It is beautiful. Let's go take it. That was Joshua and Caleb. Now, everybody else followed the 10, and they were like, we're not going. And so the people of Israel wandered in the desert for 40 years until that whole generation died, except for Joshua and Caleb, okay? Then Moses died. He could see the land far off, but he couldn't go into it. And Joshua was 80 years old at that point, and he said, look at me, I'm 80 years old and I'm young and I'm vibrant and I'm ready. And he's ready to go and conquer an entire nation. Like, he is the leader of this. And back then, a leader meant you were the first in the battle. That meant that you were actually leading, not just giving orders, not just doing administrative things and telling other people what to do. Go risk your life. No, he was out there, he was risking his life, okay? Now, at the beginning of the book of Joshua, God comes to him and he says, be strong and courageous because I'm with you. Then he says again, be very strong and courageous because every place that you set your foot, I will be with you and I will give it to you. Then again, he says, be strong and courageous. And then he says, be careful to obey the law that I've given you. Meditate on it day and night so you be careful to obey it. Because if you do that, I will bless everything that you do. I will give you every place that you set your foot. Be strong and courageous. Be strong. He says it over and over again. Be strong and courageous. Be strong and very courageous. I am with you. What in the world are you afraid of? I am there with you. And I think that today God is saying the same thing to us. Be strong and courageous. Stop cowering. Like, what are you afraid of? You afraid of death? We're all going to die. You afraid of hard times? We're all going to have hard times. Man up. Do the right thing, no matter what. Just choose. I am going to choose to stand with God, because that's another thing that happened. At another point, Joshua looks at all the people of Israel and he says, choose this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my house, we're going to follow God. That's it. We're going to do it, and we're going to do it 100%. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. Bring it, because God is with me, and if he is with me, then who can possibly be against me? And I'm going to go, and I'm going to conquer things for God, and I'm going to go and do everything he said. I'm going to keep his word in my mind and on my tongue, because this is the way that leads to life. Something to think about.